So today's review is a book I would not have normally picked up for myself, but I'm really glad that my mother gave it to me and said, I just finished this and I think you would really like it. It is called The Tower, the Zoo, and the Tortoise by Julia Stewart. It's about 300 pages and it is a nice little paperback. This is the story of a man named Balthazar Jones. I hope I'm saying that right. Balthazar Jones, who is a beefeater, or as they like to call them, yeoman warders, at the Tower of London in England, and he is tasked with being the keeper of the royal menagerie, where many of the Queen's gifted animals from other countries, so that they're sent to her from other countries as either like gifts or thank yous or something like that, are given residence in the Tower of London, which is not simply a tower, and it's actually its own cute little community of people that live and work there and keep the place around for historical and cool purposes. And if you live in the UK or anything like that, or are far more intelligent about that than I am, please feel free to correct me about what the Tower of London is. But the story of this novel follows Balthazar, God, it's really hard to say, Balthazar and a few other characters like the Reverend and Balthazar's wife, Hebe, and I don't know if I'm saying that right either, that one's Greek, her co-worker, Valerie, and the other yeoman warders, which they prefer to be called, I guess, rather than beefeaters, there in the tower, and their lives and their close-knit community-ship. Primarily, though, the novel focuses on Balthazar and his experience keeping these animals kind of on a whim of the one of the men from the palace who says, hey, guess what? You're going to be the keeper of the royal menagerie. And in doing so, he kind of comes to terms with some of the other challenges that he's facing in his life interpersonally, and brings him a lot of answers to questions he's been avoiding for years, none of which I will tell you because that would be extremely spoilerish. Like I said before, the book doesn't only follow the story of Balthazar Jones, but also some of the other characters, and the point of view actually changes throughout the book, and it'll be denoted with different sections, and I think it's really great to sort of see the same perspective of the different perspectives of the same sort of scene or action, which if you saw my review of Ender's Game, I really like to know multiple perspectives of what's going on in the same scene. So that was great. I don't want to say too much more about the plot other than it's very interesting because the plot sort of echoes the problem that I had with this book. The one issue that I had with this book was that I found the setting or the time period to be a little bit confusing. It is set in present day, but I would never have guessed that because all of the characters, or most of the characters anyway, live in the Tower of London, and it's kind of got an old-timey historical feel to it that I couldn't, maybe it was just me, but I couldn't get my head around that and present-day modernity. So that bothered me a little bit, but I think that was really integral to the plot because this would be a totally different book if they lived, you know, in normal rural or city settings. The Denver Post, actually, it's quoted on the back of this book is quoted as saying that this book is feather light without being feather brained, and I would actually quite agree. If you watched our Twitter feed, every once in a while, I think I would tweet, I am still reading The Tower, the Zoo, and the Tortoise, when will this be over? And that wasn't out of anger, but this book, I expected to be a nice, quick little journey through beefeatery times, and it was not. It actually took me a lot longer to finish this book than I expected, which I think is definitely credit to Julia Stewart, the author, but also was a little bit bothersome because I was hoping to, you know, get it done and enjoy it quickly. So, credit good, credit bad, you be the decider. With that said, I would recommend this book to anyone who wants a nice, easy piece of fiction that will last you, because this book will definitely last you some time. But overall, I would say 4 stars out of 5. Really great piece of fiction, really sort of comical in a lot of places, brings up a lot of really sort of interpersonal issues. Mentally, I think, more of a kind of, you live inside people's heads for a while, from a third-person perspective, if that makes any sense. But I guess it's sort of a psychologically, mentally interesting book. And cute and funny and whimsical. And it also has a map in the front, which I really want to show you, because I love when books have maps in the front. And it's the Tower of London, and it's really, really cool. It's just really, really cool. I can't say that any other more dignified way. It's really cool. But Tower of the Zoo and the Tortoise. As always, please feel free to follow us on Twitter and friend us on Goodreads and subscribe to us on our cool channel that we got going here. All of the links are in the thingamabob, down bar, wunderbar if you're Elmify. You know, all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We love you. And to everybody out there that might have seen it most recently, hope you all enjoyed the Hunger Games. I will probably be posting a reaction video similar to Beck's sometime soon-ish, but we'll find out. Have lovely days. Bye.